Hey everyone, I'm Caitlin Taylor, staff reporter for the Monroe News, and today I'm in my home kitchen. That's because I am a Food Network junkie, so I was super excited to hear that there's a Monroe native competing on Tyler Florence's The Great Food Truck Race. So to celebrate the season series premiere, I thought I'd try to recreate one of Jacquelyn's recipes. This recipe Jacquelyn described as being a Monroe classic, but there's a twist, because Jacquelyn's a vegan chef. So today we'll be making vegan BLTs and grilled corn. If you'd like to follow along, I'll reprint the recipe below, but it's also available on the front page of Saturday's edition of the Monroe News and online at monroenews.com/news. So let's get started. I have Jacquelyn's recipe printed off in front of me, and we're just going to take it step by step. To start, we're going to work with the bacon in this recipe because it takes the longest to cook in the oven. To keep it vegan, the recipe calls for a coconut flavored bacon, beginning with 2 cups of unsweetened coconut flakes. Those are going to be seasoned with 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke. And you'll just combine all of those ingredients together. And you'll just keep stirring with your spatula until they're evenly coated. And transfer those onto a pre-lined cooking sheet. You'll spread them out to make sure they're evenly distributed on the pan. And I'm going to put these into a preheated oven to 350 degrees for 14 minutes. While the coconut bacon is finishing in the oven, we're going to work on our sauce for the grilled corn. We're going to start with a 1/2 cup of sour cream and a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. We'll add to that the juice of 2 limes, a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of chili powder, a pinch of salt, and 2 cloves of garlic. First, I'll add in the lime juice and just mix that till it's well incorporated. It's getting a much looser consistency. And then we'll pour in the seasoning blend. I'm just going to stir this in with my spatula, but it could be a little bit easier if you had a whisk, especially to incorporate the garlic. And once that's well combined, you can just set it aside and wait for the next step. Now we're going to move on to grilling our corn. Today I'm going to use a saute pan, but of course if you have any type of outdoor grill, that would be preferred. In advance, I parboiled my 4 ears of corn for about 7 minutes to make sure that they would cook all the way through, and I've slathered each of them in butter. I'm going to move each of them into my saute pan, which I've gotten up to medium heat. You can hear them sizzle. And I'm not going to touch them until I start to see char forming on the bottom. The last thing to do before assembling our sandwiches is prepping our veggies. I've pre-sliced some tomato that I've sprinkled with salt and pepper, and I've de-ribbed some kale in place of lettuce. The last thing I'm doing is mashing up some avocado for a California twist on this Monroe classic. Now it's time for the finishing touches. First, I'm going to take my delicious sour cream lime sauce and pour it all over my grilled corn. Now I'm going to build my sandwich. First, I toasted 2 slices of seeded wheat bread and spread mayonnaise and my avocado mash on both halves. Next, I'm gonna take my coconut bacon and press it into one side of the bread so it sticks with the avocado. It actually smells really good. Then the kale and tomato. Now I'm gonna cut it in half and we'll see how it tastes. It's really good.